Hey y'all, coming to you from Floyd Garrett's Muscle Car Museum up here in Sevierville, Tennessee. And you know, everything he's got up here is rare. But what we're going to shoot today is the iconic 69 Z-28. Now, I'm also going to shoot a 67 Z-28. And here's the thing. Floyd, how are you, brother?
I'm fine. And you, Scotty?
I'm doing great. We were just talking about this. This isn't just a 69 Z-28 with a 302 in it.
No, this is a prototype or experimental engine, whatever you want to call it. It's aluminum block 302, which the regular Z-28s did not come with aluminum block or heads.
Wow.
And this is a canted valve head with a cross ram.
Now, what does that canted valve head mean?
Well, the valves are tilted,
okay,
and then so you can get better airflow. It's kind of designed after the big block head.
Right. And what's that got? Two barrels on it?
2 4-barrels.
8 barrels.
Two 4-barrel cross ram.
Holy smokes. So this was, I mean, the 69 Z-28 was notorious for being a potent car, but this one here's got to even be crazier than that.
Yes. This would be a fun car to drive if you could drive it.
Yeah, that's just it. So, folks, that's what you're looking at. How rare of a car is that? It's not just a 69 Z-28, which I think everybody that's a gearhead loves. This is an all aluminum. 2 4-barrels. I wonder how many horsepower this was putting out. Again, they probably wouldn't tell you even back in the day. But you know, it's got the cowl hood on it, the 302. And then there's another Camaro down here. It's got a 302 in it too, and we're going to shoot a video on that just so you can see the difference. It's a 67, and again, Floyd and I were talking. I don't know why the 69 302 is a popular one, but the 67, you said in 67, 68 they made the 302 also.
Yes.
But they didn't call them Z28s.
Yes, they did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the 67 didn't have no badging.
No badging.
Because I think it was a quick deal to hit that Trans Am series.
Oh, I got you. Something they just slapped together there at the end of the year to try to get their production numbers so they could go race. And then in 68, they would have come back and done it right. 4-speed car. Man. I don't care who you are. If you like the new stuff, the old stuff, this car you gotta love. I mean, a 69 Z-28, man, that's just iconic. And then one as rare as this. You said how many of these motors do you know that they made?
Smokey Unick told me he thought, I don't know how many motors, but I think he told me they made 14 sets of heads.
Wow. And folks, before you go writing Floyd or I about how we don't know what we're talking about, both of us will admit we don't know what we're talking about a lot of times. We just go with what we've heard and what we think to be true. I mean, no, we're not lying on purpose.
No, absolutely not. And another thing that I would like for somebody that actually knows, that's from GM or something, you always heard about the cross ram Z-28 that come in the trunk. Now, Scotty, I had a man tell me one time, said, Floyd, don't believe that they come in the trunk. He said the dealer had to order that extra and you left the dealer with it in the trunk. He says, cross ram, says, all right, it leaves the plant. It goes normally on a truck. The truck maybe take it to the rail yard, or the rail yard picks it up, and then it's transferred 3 or 4 times. He says, how many times do you think the package would be in the trunk if they shipped it from the factory in the trunk?
Right. It'd never make it, would it?
Never make it.
Yeah.
And same thing about the headers. I think the headers, you bought them from the dealer if you wanted them, and then they put them in the trunk when you left the dealer with them.
Right.
So, now, if there's any other clarification on it, I'd like to know it for sure, but...
There you go. What Floyd's saying is, if somebody was around General Motors at the time, was this stuff really shipped in the trunk literally, or is it we just get the impression that it was shipped in the trunk because that's where we saw it first?
Yes.
And I'm going to guess that you're right. I bet you that it wasn't shipped that way.
The first few might have been shipped in the trunk.
Right.
I don't know, but when they got to the dealer, they wasn't in there, so then they changed it. I don't know that. I just guessing.
Right. Well, yeah, and that's the thing about it. It's kind of like you know, like I say, back in the day, the documentation wasn't anywhere near what it's like today. And not only that, if you think the rumor mill about this car coming, that car coming, was big back in the day.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? With no internet, they still know how to start a rumor back in 1970.
Yes. Well, most of the rumors that get started is the one that owns the car, like Scotty.
That's right.
A 58 Impala with a 4-speed.
Right.
Well, they might have done them right at the end of the year, but normally they didn't come with a 4-speed. People put them in there.
Right.
Okay. And that's the ones that says, "Oh, my car got a 58 4-speed."
Right. Right. Yeah, the history gets lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets lost, and you know what I'm saying, what you know how it goes. You could start a story, and by the time it gets to 10 people, it's totally changed.
Absolutely.
And then you add 30 years in there, and you know what I'm saying, all the fender trading that happens on stuff, and no, I understand. So,
but Scotty, in all fairness, you never say never, because
you don't know.
We know that they did not make any Z-28 convertibles.
Right.
But in '68 they did make one. But it was for Pete Estes, that was the head of Chevrolet Motor Division.
Right. Where's that car?
I don't know. A friend of mine, of course, he's passed away now. He sold the car, but Al Maynard out of Michigan actually owned the car when I seen it.
Really? Huh.
Paperwork car, so
right.
We know that it happened.
Right. It was actually built by General Motors.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, things were a lot more fun, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
I mean, you could sit around, come up with an idea. You had a buddy, and you had a buddy. Next thing you know, you got somebody on the phone at General Motors, and they would listen to you. It wasn't as big of a deal as it is now.
Well, you didn't have the smog emissions.
That's true.
You know,
yeah.
Now everything you do that's not normal, you got to go through the environmental people to get it approved.
And you know, the truth is I'm afraid that what ended the first horsepower war back in the 70s is getting ready to do it again.
I'm afraid you're right.
Because right now is, you know, I know you're from a different generation, Floyd, but you know they got monsters on the street now.
Oh,
700 horse and 900 horse.
I hear people say, "Well, we'll never have muscle cars again." Muscle cars are here.
They're there.
And they'll make fools out of these old muscle cars.
Unfortunately, it's the truth. The styling won't, because you still got the look. You still got the look of the retro look.
And the sound. But,
right.
But I bought a brand new 62 409. And on a good day, a cold night, I'd turn 13.8. Now, my wife has got a 2000 Ram Air automatic and run the air conditioning, and it'll probably do 13.2 or 13.4 in the quarter.
That's right. Well, and the other thing is that people neglect, they don't think about, it a lot has to do with speed, has to do with feel. And now you get on polyglass tires, no brakes, no suspension, no nothing,
right.
And 100 miles an hour feels like you're going 1,000.
Exactly.
And now they have these cars that you run 120 and you feel like you're going 40.
Cruising.
Yeah. So no, it's a different day. But I agree. I mean, I appreciate it all. Y'all watch my channel. You know I love hot rods of any year. But I agree. Now they're just monsters. I mean, you know what Ford's doing, what Camaro's doing, I mean, when you got to take a Corvette and detune it to go racing by 150 horse.
Yep.
They never had that back in the day. I don't care what you say. They weren't detuning race car or street cars to go racing. They were souping right. They were souping them up. Yeah. So, no. Anyways, I appreciate it, Floyd. That is a beautiful Camaro. And like I said, folks, pay attention or watch, because I'm going to have a 67 that we're going to do, a 67 Z-28 we're going to do here in a minute, that I'll probably run in a few days, just so you can see the difference in that motor and see exactly how special this car is. Because like I said, it's you know, the Z-28 is an iconic car, but this one's even specialer than that. So anyways, I hope you all have enjoyed it. 69 Z-28 all aluminum block from Floyd Garrett's Muscle Car Museum. See ya.